Mission Ferrari. That's the name of a roller coaster that we know absolutely nothing about, until now. In this video, I'll be breaking down every single piece of information we know about this mysterious record-breaking attraction. So in today's episode of Undercover Coasters, let's take a look at what's on the horizon for Abu Dhabi's Ferrari World. Now, a little bit of background info on Mission Ferrari in general. The entire concept of this IP, known as intellectual property, was first introduced to the park in 2014 in the form of a live-action stunt show. This show utilizes acrobatics that climb up vertical screens with physical sets, including a full-size Ferrari spy car. Yes, a spy car. I'll get into more of that later. Anyways, after the success of the live-action show, Ferrari World decided that the original theme of Mission Ferrari would work well in the form of a new roller coaster. Enter dynamic attractions. Ferrari World came across dynamic attractions in the early 2010s with the idea of utilizing their innovative SFX coaster model for a new ride at the park. The SFX coaster ride system is basically if you took a dark ride and combined it with a multi-launch coaster. This model can most likely be compared to Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts located at Universal Studios Florida, but much more thrilling. Escape from Gringotts utilizes many of the elements that will be found on Mission Ferrari. Okay, so now that you know what the SFX coaster is, let's talk about Mission Ferrari. The attraction will be a dynamic attractions SFX coaster located at Ferrari World in the United Arab Emirates that was originally slated to open in, drumroll please, 2017. Yeah, you thought Fly at Fantasialand had it bad? Oh no, this thing is still not open. And who knows if it'll even open in 2021, especially with all the parks dealing with the effects of the current global pandemic. Mission Ferrari started construction in 2014. The ride was first tested in 2018, 1 year after it was originally slated to open. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that Ferrari World has run into some serious issues in terms of the construction process. And there are good reasons as to why that is. While we don't have an official layout or even POV of this new coaster yet, we do have some of the stats thanks to RCDB. The total track length will be around 1,777 feet long and it will hit a top speed of around 44 miles per hour. In addition to the stats, we do know what type of elements the ride will include. First, a tilt track. This element takes the track and, well, tilts it. Escape from Gringotts uses this type of element at the beginning of the ride. It's a pretty fun sensation, especially if you're seated towards the back of the ride vehicle. Mission Ferrari will also include 5 LSM launches, that's right, 5. Keep in mind the total length of track is under 2,000 feet, so these launches will be popping up very sporadically throughout the ride's layout. The coaster will also include what Dynamic Attractions is dubbing a side slide. This element takes the train and literally just slides it down a fixed angle of track. We have not seen this element on any coaster in the entire world before, so this will be a first of its kind for the amusement industry. Mission Ferrari also includes multiple tumble tables. Based on what I can gather, this appears to be something like a motion simulator base, which can yet again also be found on Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. The ride will even include a drop track, like the one found on Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure at Universal's Islands of Adventure or Verbolten at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Drop tracks like these can range between 10 and 30 feet tall. We don't know the exact height of Mission Ferrari's version of the element, but I wouldn't be surprised if this thing exceeds 30 feet. That's not all, because the attraction will also include 3D projection domes. Picture the ones found on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, but with a roller coaster track instead. It is unknown if this attraction will include physical 3D glasses, or if the screens will be constructed in a way where glasses are not needed. Personally, I don't think that there will be 3D glasses because in addition to all the other elements I mentioned, there will even be 2-hole inversions. Yes, you will go upside down on this ride. We have one confirmed inversion as a corkscrew, but the second one is completely up for grabs. I'm guessing it'll be another corkscrew, but who knows, maybe we'll get a 0G stall on this thing. And honestly, a prediction like that doesn't seem too far-fetched after we've seen all the insane elements this ride will have to offer. Now that we've covered all of the unique elements for this new attraction, let's talk about the theme. Remember that spy car thing I mentioned earlier? Well, based on rumors, the theme for this attraction will have the ride vehicle as one of those Ferrari spy cars. The theme feels like if Ferrari World sat down one night, watched Cars 2, and were like, yeah, we can do that. Now, in terms of a storyline for this coaster, we honestly have no idea. Ferrari World has been making substantial efforts to keep everything about this coaster under wraps for years. It's honestly shocking how little we know about the theme for this ride, especially after being in development for likely over a decade. Now for the question of the decade. When will this ride open? Like I said earlier, it was slated to open over 3 years ago in 2017. Mission Ferrari was meant to accompany the opening of TurboTrack, the Intamin shuttle coaster that opened in the same year. Obviously that didn't happen, and now all we can do is wait for the ride to open. In early January this year, rumors suggested a 2020 opening, but I mean, let's be real, fans have been saying that every year since 2017. Plus, Ferrari World already opened their 2020 editions earlier this year before the parks closed down from the coronavirus. They expanded their family area with a new Zamperla Jr. coaster and a couple of unique flat rides. In that case, I truly believe that Mission Ferrari will open in the summer of 2021. That would be a 4-year delay, and that is more than enough time for the park to get the ride working. Keep in mind, this coaster started testing over 2 years ago, so track work is basically all done by now. The only issue holding the opening of the attraction back is how advanced it is. With all of the new innovative elements dynamic attractions are actually trying out on this coaster, like the side slide, tumble table, and their take on a drop track, no wonder Ferrari World has run into some problems while building this monstrous creation. Another piece of evidence that backs up the 2021 opening rumor is that a couple of weeks ago, Ferrari World actually posted a small teaser on their Facebook page that showed the phrase evolution of uniqueness. At this point, I don't think it can get any more unique than Mission Ferrari. This coaster is literally if you took an improved ride system from Gringotts, slapped on some off-brand Cars 2 theming, and said screw it, let's add in a few launches and inversions here and there. Although I wouldn't be surprised if later this year the park makes an official announcement for the opening of this attraction, very similar to the likes of how Orion at Kings Island was announced last year. Overall, Mission Ferrari is easily shaping up to be one of the world's greatest roller coasters ever built. In terms of ride elements, storytelling, and the troubled history behind this attraction's long ongoing delay, there is not another roller coaster out there that I would call more advanced than this one. But remember, everything said in this video is based completely off of speculation and rumors, and none of it is confirmed by the park. With that said, what do you guys think of this amazing attraction? When do you think it'll open? Do you think it'll ever open at all? Let me know in the comments down below, as I love to interact with you guys. Oh, and if you like the type of content shown today in this video and are not already subscribed to the channel with those post notifications turned on, be sure to do that because I have some great videos planned for later this month. Thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to see you guys out on the horizon. The theme park horizons.